Hello all my lovely little piggies, it's Golden Piggies here and welcome back to another video today. I just want to start off by saying I apologise for the background right now. As you can see, my hair is not hairing, got a fan in the background and the lighting may be a bit crap. We've hit hot summers here in the UK. Don't come for us, we don't have any aircon. It's absolutely crazy out here. I know all Brits moan when like it's cold as well, but it's just very sticky, very muggy, very humid. So like I said, I'm sorry about the lighting and obviously the fan in the background. So yeah, but anyways, just to jump into the video, we are doing another anime tier list because I know that you guys have really been enjoying the tier list I've been putting out. So I thought, why not do something I'm actually good at? So today we are doing a romance anime tier list. It's not a big one, sorry, it's not a big one. I'll just scroll down and show the entries. Obviously we'll talk about them one by one. And obviously if you are new here or if you don't know what a tier maker is, it's basically something that people were using a couple years ago. It's basically S tier to D tier, S being like super great, like superior, like A kind of great, and then obviously like the lowest tier being like really bad, just not good, like don't recommend. And you can do it for like animals, anime, logos, food, drink, football teams, FNAF characters, you name it. I've done a couple on my channel, and like I said, I will link some down in obviously the comment or description box below, so you can go and check those out. But like I said, today we are doing a romance anime tier list maker. So it's going to be rating all the romance animes, and luckily I've looked as well and I've actually watched a couple of these, so I thought I'd do a small one. But obviously if you guys want me to do a larger, bigger one, then obviously let me know down in the comments box below. And like I said, if you want to see more videos like this one, make sure to give it a like rate, and if you want to see more content on the channel as well, don't forget to subscribe. So like I said, I'm not going to talk any longer. I'm going to put this tier list in the description box below, so you guys can obviously do it alongside me, or you can do it as a video yourself, or obviously you can play it in your free time, because this is kind of like a game to me and I do like doing it, and I do like talking about my anime opinions and choices. So like I said, we're just going to get straight on into it. Okay guys, so like I said, we're going to get straight into it. So the first entry that we've got, and obviously we've got S tier being great, and I've also added a never watched in here as well, because I do see a little of entries that I've never watched myself. So anyways, start off with, we've got Your Lie in April. This one for me is straight, I'd probably put straight away, I don't know. Okay, I think I'm going to put it straight away in that A. Obviously I don't want to spoil too much about Your Lie in April, but just fantastic animation, beautiful characters, beautiful music as well. And yeah, like I said, I don't want to like talk about it too much and spoil too much, but I just think the whole story and the concept of it is just amazing. And I think as well, like the romance on top of it is just, it's perfect. Like I said, we've got a little bit of a love triangle situation going on, and like I said, it's just, I love shows that are not just like one genre sort of thing, and this is like music, drama, like it can also be classed sometimes maybe as a comedy. You know, there's comedic aspects of it, but yeah, absolutely great romance and just a great anime overall. I would give it an S tier, and it probably does deserve an S tier, but it's also like not one of my favorite like heartfelt ones. But this is definitely something I'd rewatch and I'd keep rewatching, but we're just saving that S for something else. So yeah, right, next one is Your Name. So obviously Kimi no Na wa, obviously I feel like everyone in the anime community now has watched Your Name. Do I think it's overrated? Yes, I do. I think it's very, very overrated. But obviously when it comes to overrated shows or movies or books or whatever the case may be, I just think obviously when people like overrate stuff, it's like you can't decide whether it's overrated and everyone hates it, or whether it's overrated and it's bad. This is overrated in a good way. Like this is really is like a gem. Like it's something that everyone goes up, like I can't explain it, but it's just like for me, and don't come for me if you've watched my other videos you'll understand, but Attack on Titan, it was very overhyped, and I feel like a lot of anime got overshadowed in that time, and for that reason I don't really like Attack on Titan. I mean, there's other reasons as well, but Your Name is just one of those that everyone knows what it is, but it's just a fucking masterpiece. I do genuinely think it is a great movie, and like I said, I think if you haven't watched it already, I think you should go and watch it. I think it's like only like an hour and 45 minutes, so yeah, definitely go and watch it. Straight off the bat, this is getting a high rating, but also as well, I'm not gonna put it in, I don't know actually. You know what, actually, I'm going to be overrated. I'm going to put it in S tier. I'm going to give our first S tier. And for me, yeah, this movie was just great. I don't think on Mal I gave it a 10 out of 10. I'm not too sure though. But only because I think this story is great. I think obviously the animation is amazing as well, and like I said, romance drama aspect as well, love it. But I just don't think I gave it a 10 on my mouth because it's not one of my favourites. But I think romance, I think it is an S, and I do think it deserves that S tier, and I think as well a lot of people will agree with me on that. But obviously, animators and stuff like that, we are moving on to our next one, which I believe this is Weathering With You. Now this I think is very underrated. If I'm not mistaken, is it the same people? I'm sure it's the same people. If not, I apologise, but I feel like my brain is just not braining, like I think it is the same people. But anyways, Weathering With You, I think it's an amazing movie. I actually preferred it to Your Name, so straight away I'm literally going to put it up in the S. I know people are going to be coming for me and whatever, but I do really like Weathering With You. I've watched it I think 3 times. I think the first time I watched it, amazing movie. Second time, like, watched it again, and I've obviously seen clips and bits and bobs as well, and then I also watched it with my partner as well. Literally got the Blu-ray, like absolutely love it. And yeah, I just think it's got amazing romance, I think amazing graphics, amazing sort of storyline with it as well, and yeah, I just think the romance as well, like obviously the romance is perceived very differently. Again, I don't want to spoil anything. Weathering With You is very like physical, like it's right there. Obviously if you've watched Your Name you'll know it's a bit distancy, and I do like obviously how different they are. Obviously one's different, like one's distance, and then obviously one's like very close and like physical. But yeah, I think this movie is absolutely amazing. I think if you haven't watched it already, you need to go and watch it. So yeah, I know obviously we're only a couple minutes in and I'm already giving 2 S tiers, but I just think they are masterpieces of a movie, and I also wouldn't put something on an S if it didn't deserve it. So yeah, anyways, next one is 5 centimeters per second. Right, this is absolutely crazy, but this film is absolutely amazing. Like I've seen a couple of clips, I've watched all the AMVs like literally for it. Like I remember when I went through a tie-in, and I also think this movie is very, like, I think because of other movies like Your Name and obviously you know, Spirited Away, like movies like that, Howl's Moving Castle, like this movie gets very overshadowed. Like it's in the crowd, it's back there, but we need to pull them out because this movie is absolutely exceptional. I think as well with this movie is I think you've also got to be like in the sort of situation to understand it. From what I can remember anyway about it, it was like long distance, like obviously like crushing, like likes, like feelings, and yeah, I just think again I think the animation is beautiful. I think the sound as well, and like I said with Your Name and Weathering With You as well, I think the sound is absolutely stunning, especially in Weathering With You. Like, I've got so much of the sound track saved on my Spotify, but 5 centimeters per second, I think it's a very underrated gem. Honestly, I think if you haven't watched it already and you've been in the anime community for a week or a year or 10 years and you've not watched this film, you're sitting and you need to go and watch it. Beautiful. I don't think it's an S tier for me personally, but I also think you have to be kind of in that element to understand what's going on, and not understand what's going on, but I just think if you have to have a default kind of feel with the actual movie intertwined, you've got to understand long distance, and I actually don't understand it, but I just think regardless it was an amazing movie, so I'm gonna put it on A. So yeah, I'm gonna put it there though because I do prefer Your Line April. So yeah, right, we've got the next one, My Dress Up Darling. Right, I'm gonna put this in never watched, okay, but at the same time, obviously as you guys know, I'm going through an anime burnout at the moment. And I just watched the first episode. I was absolutely bored out of my mind. I do think it's overrated, and I know it's obviously about romance, cosplaying, and I think if I did give it a chance, I would probably really enjoy it, and I am trying to get my anime game back on the go, but yeah, like I said, I was just a bit bored, but again, it's not fair for me to rate it on one episode, so I'm just going to put it in never watch. So yeah. Right, next I'm going to rate these together. Okay, firstly I'm going to put this one in never watch because I believe this is the second season of Kagaguri. Hello everyone, Editing Casey here. Firstly, I hope you're all enjoying the video. Just a little touch up on what I've just said. I'm actually not too sure if this is Kagaguri season 2. To be honest, looking back editing, it looks like it, but I'm not too sure. And like I said, I've looked on Mao. I don't know what this is. I've tried to look at the entries. I'm not sure what this is. At the time, it did look like Kagaguri season 2, but at the same time, I don't really know why they'd put season 2 in there, especially when I touched on the fact it was not a romance, well, in my eyes in the first place. So like I said, if you are watching this video and you do know what it is, I'd appreciate if you just let me know it down in the comments and educate me, as I'm old and I have absolutely no idea what it is. So yeah, guys, I just want to put that out there. Obviously, I didn't end up ranking it. I don't think it's an anime I've watched anyway, and if it is, I do apologise. But like I said, if you could just let me know down below what it was, because I am totally incorrect here. So yeah, anyways, enjoy the rest of the video. Obviously, Kagaguri as its own. I think this is a type of niche show. We're going off romance anime tier list, and to me this doesn't scream romance. This screams kind of drama, thriller, gaming, gambling, stuff like that. But I'm also gonna put it in the rate, and I'm gonna put it at because I was not keen on this anime whatsoever, and that's fine. Obviously everyone has the little things that they like, but yeah, I also think, like I said, it's not my favourite, but it's also, I wouldn't actually class this really as a romance. But yeah, I really did not like Kagaguri. Maybe that's just me. Yeah, I think the animation and the sound was quite cool, and I do I did enjoy the premise of the show, but it also wasn't, I just don't think it was a show for me, you know what I mean? You know what we're saying? I'm not saying it's a bad anime, but I don't know, and I just think as well, the unnecessary, not fan service in it, but I don't know how to describe it, honestly. To be honest, it feels like a fever dream, but yeah, like I said, I've not watched the second season, if that is what I'm thinking it is, but I am going to put this one in D. Next one is I Want to Eat Your Pancreas. Right, okay, don't judge before you hear the name. This is absolutely great. It's hard because I just want to slap this in S tier again, I'm not going to lie to you. This is such a great romance anime, and I think it was just well written. I think the sound and the design is beautiful. I think the storytelling is absolutely amazing as well. And honestly, I think this is I don't know, because I see the silent voice literally right next to it. I think, to be honest, I think this is I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to give it an S. Like, I think I'm gonna have to. Like, these movies are doing absolutely well right now. But yeah, don't sit on the nape. I know it sounds a bit weird, but honestly, this is great as well. Like, this is a great watch. I think I only discovered this because I was watching the AMV, and when I watched it, like, my life was absolutely changed. I'm gonna put it in here. I think I'm gonna put it between. I think I'm gonna put it there. Just because we're gonna go obviously closest, obviously is like the best, and I think out of these three, Weathering With You was just something that's that close to my heart, and I did just prefer it much more, but only a teensy bit more. Anyways, that brings us on to our next one, which is Silent Voice. I absolutely love Silent Voice, and I know a lot of people love this as well. I think to do a movie about obviously mental health awareness and everything like this, and I just think this gets the popularity, and I think it deserves it. I think the sound is beautiful. I think the design is great as well, and I only read a little bit of it. I've got to get back on like my whole like manga like trail as well, but this also had a manga. I mean, I know a lot of them probably had like a manga as well, but I actually read like half of it, and it's just more in detail. Like, it's more not brutal, but it's more like gory on the details, and it's just more in depth, and you can just see the adventure more of these characters, and it dives in deeper. And yeah, like I said, if you have watched Silent Voice, I feel like you could agree with me. If you haven't watched Silent Voice, it's basically about bullying, mental health. Like, obviously we've got like a couple like disabilities in there as well, spreading awareness on that as well. So yeah, like I said, I think this movie is absolutely amazing, and I also am gonna put it on S. Like, it is definitely like an S tier. Okay, so the next one we've got is actually Rent a Girlfriend. I'm just gonna quickly slap that in, never watched, because I've actually never watched it. Right, next one is SAO, Sword Art Online. Right, this is, to be honest, this is controversial. I need to do like a whole like review, like a whole video on Sword Art Online, because where is the time? Sword Art Online is one of those animes where, like, I feel like it's a bit, to be honest, I feel like it's like a bit like Marmite. I feel like you either love it or you either hate it, like, gonna be real. And when I first watched this anime, I absolutely loved it. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I will say right now, Sword Art Online is one of those animes that is very, very close to my heart. Like, it was the first anime I ever, like, got introduced to. Like, I remember when my friend was like, you know, you should get into anime, like, watch anime, and, like, you know, the Kiss anime days. Don't come for me. But, yeah, like, Sword Art Online was just that one that enticed me. Like, I clicked it, watched it, and I, like, binged it, absolutely loved it, and, like, that was what, like, started, like, my whole anime phase, and, like, liking anime and watching, and, like, becoming who I am today. So I do have a soft spot for Sword Art Online, but then it's not until I got older and, like, I've rewatched it and revisited it, and I understand where the hate comes from. Obviously, I want to make a video on it, but and, like, I don't want to go into detail, but Sword Art Online was one of those where it was absolutely great, and then in the middle it just absolutely fell off, and then it got a little bit interested at the end. I just think they, like, lost the whole premise to what the show actually was. But yeah, like I said, that's for another time. But like I said, I'm gonna rate Sword Art Online I'm probably gonna give it a C. Okay, I think the anime in general is, you know, it has some good points, has some bad points. Obviously we're all on the fence about it, but also as a romance as well, because, you know, people don't actually think it is a romance until you actually start watching it. I do think the romance is quite cute, and, like, let's be honest as well, like, just speaking from, like, my perspective. Like, I feel like Kirito was like everyone's kind of like husbando, and I feel like as well Asuna was everyone's waifu, you know what I'm saying? And she still is. Like, I feel like if you look in the top 100 like waifu, like, or you know, top 200 or 500, she's definitely in that list somewhere. And she's probably far up as well. Like, I just know everyone had body pillows of Asuna back in the day. And I just think as well, Sword Art Online is one of these that we keep constantly hearing about. Like, it's not died off, like it's not gone away, like we just constantly keep hearing about it. And like I said, I don't hate it. Like I said, I do have a soft spot for it, so I am gonna give it a generous C. But like I said, if anyone does want a video on my, you know, review / in details of Sword Art Online, then obviously let me know it down in the comments box below, and you can obviously tell me your opinions as well. Right, next one is Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai. This one's kind of weird. Honestly, this anime also felt like a fever dream. It's a bit weird, but it's kind of cool and quirky in its way. And I feel like as well, when this come out, everyone was a bit like, well, this is a bit weird. And I feel like everyone obviously just watched it because it literally says Bunny Girl. But this is just, I genuinely really enjoyed this. Like, I don't know what else to say about it. Like, I don't know, like, I just think it was just a weird fever dream of an anime. And I know I said that about obviously Kagaguri as well, but that is just like a weird, different type of thing. But Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai, I mean, I still need to watch the movie, to be honest, but I just think this series, I think it was short, cute, sweet. I think it did what it needed to. And yeah, I mean, it's not an S tier, but I enjoy it, and I think for that reason as well, I'm not going to give it an A just because it's not my personal favourite, because as well with these tier lists you've also got to rank it in the sense of your own opinion. So obviously everyone's tier list is going to be different. Kagaguri, someone could put S and someone could put Your Name on a D, which I don't want to judge, but that's crazy. But yeah, like I said, a Bunny Girl Senpai I think is a solid B. Like, I think it's a good like anime. Like, that's how I'm ranking it. Like, S is great, like A is good, like B is like, you know, it's good but it's not great, and then C to me is kind of like a fine, and then D is just like absolutely not. So yeah, next one anyways is such a nostalgic throwback, My Little Monster. This anime, honestly, I was all about the shit when this anime come out. Like, all on it. I was on the AMVs. Like, I was literally looking at the manga panels on Pinterest. Like, I was saving them. I was obsessed. And then I think when you get older, you just realise, like, what every, like, you know, man in these shoujos was just a red flag. I mean, there's nothing, like I said, we're not going to, like, go too in depth, but also as well, this was one of these that I don't know, I just think the relationship was cute. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, like, obviously she was like, she did not talk at all, like, she was not really bothered. And I believe, was it Haru, obviously the main guy from like My Little Monster, like the protagonist, like love interest, like he was just a bit like a child. Like, he just was very, I don't know, like, I don't know. I feel like they definitely brought their personalities out. And obviously I think as well, because you're rating romance, you've got to talk about these things. And I just think as a couple they're cute. And I know, like, obviously stuff happens in the manga as well, but I don't know. I think I don't hate it. I think I'm gonna put it on a C. Like, I don't know. Yeah, I think I'm gonna put it on a C. It feels a bit criminal that I'm putting it with SAO, but I just think, I think as a romance it was good. I've seen better. You know what I mean? Like I know there's ones in this list that like I know, and I just think this was good, but I just probably wouldn't go back to My Little Monster. So for that, it's going in the C. I'm going to give it better than Sword Art Online though, so yeah. Next is Hello World. I'm I'm sadly going to put this in here. I've been meaning to watch this multiple times. I've asked, you know, I've gone to watch it and I've just never had the time. Like, I did actually try to watch it once and then, like, my site just would not work on me. Like, I think the internet went or something. But I have been hearing good things about it, so yeah, we'll just leave it for there. Right, next one is Rise of the Shield Hero. I'm going to be honest right now. To be honest, I don't really know why this is in a romance tier list. Like, a shout out to the person who did it. They put, I only watch romance anime, so yeah, like, I appreciate that and I'm the same. But I also wouldn't class Rising of the Shield Hero as a romance. It's more of a fantasy, obviously, your whole, like, isekai. Like, there are romance and, like, you know, flirty aspects of it. But I also it's not on the same aspect of Horimiya, if you know what I mean. But I'm gonna try and be generous and I'm gonna rate this anime as a whole. I think because obviously, like, Silent Voice was cute and, like, there was romance, but it's not, like, you know, SS for the whole romance. So I'm gonna rate this anime just as a whole. I really enjoyed the Rise of the Shield Hero. I think it was good, and, like, I don't know if I've said it much on obviously my channel, but I absolutely despise isekais. I just think it's boring now. I think everyone's done it. You know, wake up in another world with no underwear on. Like, it's just getting a bit ridiculous now. Like, how to summon a demon lord. Like, you know, how to pick up. I mean, I love Don Machi, don't get me wrong, but it's just this how to live in another world without your smartphone. Like, you know, I'm done. I'm done with it. Like, it's boring. Like, it's absolutely boring. I used to love isekais. Like, I loved Konosuba, like, you know, obviously Zero no Tsukimiya. I used to watch that, like, I absolutely loved it. Like, that was, like, my isekai, like, genre. Like, I mean, Sword Art Online, obviously, you can argue it's not an isekai because obviously they're going into a game. Obviously, like Horizon, same aspect, but that was my shit. Like, you know, like ReZero, like loving it, Overlord. Like, the classics are good, but now I just think it's overdone. But Rise of the Shield Hero is quite recent and I actually really enjoyed it. Like, the plot, like, you know, it was just great. Like, it was just different. Like, it was more of, like, an antagonist more than a protagonist. I suppose a bit like Overlord. And, you know, I don't want to spoil anything, but you saw him get what he kind of deserved, like, this protagonist, antagonist. And to be honest as well, Rise and Shield Hero, I actually loved all the characters, like, well, most of the characters. Like, Raphtalia is absolutely adorable, and Nafumi as well. Like, you can just see his character development, obviously within himself, and obviously how he acts with other characters as well. So for that reason, I'm gonna give it a B. Like, I don't think it's crazy great, like, and I think the other seasons have kind of gone down a little bit. Like, we don't talk about those, but I do like Rise and Shield Hero, and it's one of those that I can, you know, keep watching and go back and watch when other isekais don't really interest me. This one, teasing, whatever it is, I've actually not watched, so we're going to drop that into never watched. Next one is Darling in the Franxx. I also know this one was, like, not a fan. Like, I just know that people did not really enjoy this one at all. I mean, was it a bit annoying, you know, Darling going around going like, oh, like, you know, Darling, like, I'm sorry, it's annoying. Like, it's really annoying. Like, Zero, like, when she kept going around going, darling, like, it was bare annoying, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know, to be honest, if I'm being honest with you guys right now, I've only ever watched Darling in the Franxx once, and when I watched it, I was like, the first couple of eps, I was absolutely bored. Like, I was absolutely bored. I just thought, like, because I'm going to be honest with you guys as well, like, mecha's just not for me. Like, robots, mecha, like, it's just not for me. Like, I did like Gurren Lagann, but it just wasn't for me, you know. Like, I'm not really into this whole robot, like, aspect. Like, Code Geass, amazing anime, like, you know, 10 out of 10 masterpiece, but it's also not a 10 out of 10 for me because I don't like that sort of, you know, politics, like, you know, robot, like, mecha sort of, you know, bleh. But Darling in the Franxx, it was boring, and then it got good, and then it just got a bit boring again. You know what I mean? I'd probably have to put it in a C. Like, I don't hate it, and I also don't think it's a D. I don't really know why people hate on this anime so much. I think maybe it's because they didn't really know where they wanted to go with it. The only thing I'll say with this Darling in the Franxx is, okay, the romance element of it is a bit confusing. Obviously, I don't want to spoil anything, but obviously these children are bred to obviously, you know, be robots, and the positions are very questionable when obviously it takes you know, a female and male obviously to ride, obviously we'll get in the Franxx, but I don't know, I just think this anime is very mixed messages, mixed signals. And to be honest as well, like, looking at all these animes, like, I enjoyed the characters, like, even if they're a pain, you know, but I just didn't like half the characters in Darling in the Franxx. I just really didn't like them. Even though some had development, I just wasn't too keen on most of them. And to be honest, you know what, actually, yeah, I'm just going to keep it in a C for now. I think I'm just going to put it between, I think I'm going to put it after Sword Art Online. But yeah, like I said, if you're comparing it to other romances as well, it's not high up there. Right, next one is Horimiya. I actually watched this quite recently. And I'm going to probably slap it, I think I'm going to put it in a B. I think I'm going to put it between... yeah, I think I'm going to put it here. In fact, no, I'm putting it in the middle. Right, so, jokes. So, I liked Horimiya. I think it was great. I just also think that the first art was better than the end half. Maybe it's just me, but I love, like, I mean, I'm in a relationship, and, you know, everyone loves, like, you know, the story of, like, how the guy met the girl, like, how the girl met the girl, and, you know, like, all this and all that, and, like, it's cute, and, like, I love a good thing like that. I mean, Kimi no Toke, absolutely beautiful, love that, I could keep rewatching, but Horimiya, I preferred it when they were just kind of like friends and like liking each other. Like, as soon as he went back to like his normal self and they just started seeing each other, I don't know, like, the sick episode was like alright, I suppose, but obviously I'm a shoujo romance like fanatic, so every time there's a sick episode I'm just like, oh my god, like, I'm off my trolley. But I don't know, like, with Horimiya, like, I think the first half was like a good like 9 out of 10, and then I just think it just dropped off. And yeah, I mean, I have heard people say that the manga was better as well, but yeah, I mean, the sound is nothing too crazy. The character, I do like the characters, I will say, in Horimiya. I really like the characters, and I really like the art design as well. And I do like the story. I like this whole, like, you know, like, nerdy kid, looks nerdy, completely different outside school. But yeah, and it was just, like I said, it was mental. And I think, what did he, like, cut his hair or something, like, towards the end, and it just looked absolutely whack. But like I said, I think it deserves their, like, Rascal was good throughout, Rising was good throughout, but it's also not really a romance, so I don't want to rate it too high. And I would watch Horimiya again, to be fair. I did enjoy it. It was just that last little bit that I kind of dropped off of. Next one is Clannad. Right, straight away, Clannad is going in an S tier. And when I say S tier, I mean, I was supposed to move this over there, I apologise. When I say S tier, I mean, like, it's going, I'm going to say here, it's a shame season 2 isn't on here, but I'm going to rate them as a whole. Like, I know obviously, like, we've got like 2 category, I think these are category, I'm not too sure. If I'm wrong, I apologise, but Clannad was just, again, it was such a weird one for me. Like, I just watched this off the bat. I just saw it. I can't remember how I found Clannad, but honestly, thank God I did, because it was most amazing anime ever. I think as well, like, obviously, if you know, you know, but I'm rating it as a whole, and I just think it's an amazing romance. I don't know if you could class it, I'd class it as a harem, but I just think the supernatural element is amazing. Romance, drama, slice of life, harem, like, it's done perfectly. And obviously, if you know, you know.
Here, what is it?
But yeah, I don't want to spoil anything too much about Clannad, and I can't really explain what it is actually about. it's just a fucking masterpiece. I think the sound is brilliant. The dub is questionable, I won't lie, but obviously if you guys obviously want to watch it in dub, or I watched it in dub because I'm lazy, but yeah, again, this is just a fever dream one. I think the romance is beautiful. I think everything about it is beautiful, and obviously as well, Kyoto animation as well, so obviously, say nonetheless. But yeah, beautiful anime, and I think everyone should watch it. And please just watch more than 10 eps, okay, I swear, because every time someone tries to watch it or I recommend it to someone, everyone's like, no, it's boring, like I don't really know. Please just watch it. Like, it's amazing, it will be worth it. Like, it will make you laugh, it will make you cry, and I just think this is beautiful. I don't think it's a proper SS for me, but it definitely deserves up there. So, but we're not just rating that as one, we're rating that as a whole. So yeah, right, next one is Plastic Memories. Funny enough, me and my partner was talking about this recently. I think this is also a masterpiece. I don't think it's an S masterpiece, but I also think it does deserve an A, and I'm gonna put it between Your Lie in April and 5 centimeters per second. Obviously it's hard, I don't want to talk about them too much because I don't want to spoil them, but basically these partners get put together. They're like, I think from what I remember, because I only ever watched this once, I've seen clips, but I've only ever watched this once, and it was about partners going and like kind of like putting an end of life service, I think for like robots or something, and yeah, I just think this was absolutely amazing. And this is one that I could genuinely go back and keep watching. The only reason I haven't is genuinely just because obviously with the amount of anime I watched, I just never went back to it. But every time someone goes on at me about what to watch, I always recommend Plastic Memories because I just think it's really good. So yeah, I can't really like slate it too much. Next one is Kaguya-sama Love is War. Again, I think this is also a great one. I mean, we're getting into a couple of good animes now. Love is War is just hilarious. Like, I just love how it's a romance comedy, but it's just not, like 2014 like romance. Like, it's just done nicely, it's done proper. I love the characters, they're funny. I love the animation in it. I've not caught up with all the seasons yet, but I do definitely think this deserves an A, and it's probably going to be the highest A as well, not to obviously be one of those like Love is War, like, it's absolutely stunning, but I do think this is a great anime, and it's absolutely hilarious as well. So like I said, if you're feeling a little bit emotional, or if you're having a bad day, I think this is an anime to watch. And like I said, I do need to get up on the other seasons. I'm a bit behind with that, but I do think this is really, really good. And I can't even like explain it, but I just think it's a great anime, and everyone should go and watch it. Which brings me on to the next one, which I'm hoping everyone who's watching this video has watched, is Angel Beats. Amazing. I literally can't say anything bad about Angel Beats. Amazing storyline, good romance, great characters, and the best part about it is it's only 12 eps. So yeah, like I said, I think the romance element is done great. The supernatural kind of element, again, perfect. Like I said, I just have a soft spot. And again, this is one as well, nostalgia for me. Some of these I'm probably putting because of nostalgia, I won't lie, but Angel Beats was really good, and I really did enjoy it. So I'm gonna stick it in an A. I don't think it's an S tier. I think it's a good like 10 out of 10, but for me it's probably an A. But I'm also going to put it in front of Kaguya-sama Love is War because this is more dramatic, more serious. Like, they are probably on the same level, but this is probably like a bit more serious, a bit more of your like drama, because obviously when you have a romance, it can spur off in different aspects. You can have comedy, romance, or you can have drama, like felt, so yeah, like I said, we'll leave it at that. Which brings me to my next one, which is obviously the other spectrum, which is obviously my kind of first like love comedy, like romance sort of thing. a good old rom-com, like the anime rom-com, like the go-to. Literally Toradora. Literally have nothing bad about to say about this anime. Don't want to spoil anything. I mean, there is one episode that I just can't get out of my head where like one of the main guys like has like a existential crisis. But anyways, it's basically about two people. They like each other's friends. They get together to try and sort each other out with their friends, and obviously, as you know, love can get in the way. I think amazing, 10 out of 10. I actually do think this is like a 9 or a 10 out of 10 on my Mal, and obviously my opinion changes every day as well, so sometimes the scores I give on Mal are not correct, and I was a bit harsh at times, but I absolutely love Toradora, and I also think it is an S tier. Just for its comedy, I think it's aged brilliantly as well. The sound, the music, and again the storyline, and I just think two different people. And obviously Taiga Asakaya, the main girl in it, she literally is the main tsundere. She created tsundere, like she created it. You know how everyone goes on about what's her name, Yuri from like Mirai Nikki Future Diary, and she created like Yandere. Like Taiga is our girlie, and she's amazing, and I love her. So for that reason, I'm gonna put it in S. I'm thinking I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna put it between Weathering With You and Your Name. Just separate the movies, but also I do love Silent Voice and Weathering With You. I've watched them a couple of times, where Toradora I've only watched twice, and I do prefer it to Your Name, but obviously everyone's different. But yeah, definitely a good anime, and if you are obviously new or old and you've not watched this, go and give it a watch. Comedy-san Can't Communicate. I've not actually watched this, so don't come from me. I'm going to put it in there. Next one is My Teen Comedy Romance. I'm going to put this straight up in an A. I'm going to put it in a low A though. I think I'm going to put it between Your Lie in April and Plastic Memories. The only reason I want to put it there at the moment is because I've actually not watched all of them. Like Your Lie in April was one thing, so was Plastic Memories. My Teen Comedy Romance, I mean, I think I started reading the light novel, funny enough, like back in the day. Like my friend at the time gave me her light novel, and I read like like 2 chapters, and like I think other like exams or whatever, so I never like end up reading it. But I think the anime is funny. Again, it just does what it says. It like it's literally, I'm sure that's what it is, yeah. But like I said, I just think it's funny. I think and I think as well, like the later seasons, from what I've seen anyway, it gets a bit more like dramatic, and this is like sort of like, again, like Toradora, this is just sort of like, if you do want that rom-com feeling, that Hollywood feeling, this is something that you should go and watch. So yeah, like I said, I have nothing more to say. I just think good characters, and yeah, great romance. Right, next one is, funny enough, it's actually one I'm currently watching at the moment. I don't know when I'm going to post this video, but I'm actually watching Spy X Family at the moment. I watched it, and I think because I'm at anime burnout, I was like, no, I don't want to watch it anymore. But I am absolutely loving it. I think I'm on like episode 7, 6 or 7, and I just think it's the most cutest thing ever. I don't think I'd rate it if we was just rating it on romance only, then it wouldn't go as high, because I don't think Spy X Family is more of a, I think it's more of a comedy, like crying. But you know, it does have obviously elements of romance in there, like flirtiness, like obviously between the main, obviously Lloyd and Yor, and obviously I suppose love in the sense of family as well. But I feel like everyone has watched Spy X Family at this rate. But again, I think it's really good, and I also think it's an A, to be honest. Do I prefer it than Kaguya Love Is War? I'm not sure. I'm gonna put it here for now, only because, in fact, I'm gonna put it here. I'm gonna put it very, very low, only because I've not watched it all, and I've not watched all the seasons, so I feel like it'd be unfair for me to. I don't want to put it on never watch, because I have watched it, but I also don't want to like fully rate it, if you get what I mean, because it could end up being the most trashish thing ever at the end, you know. But next one is oh my god, Gekken Shoujo Nozaki-kun. From what I think, I don't remember the English title. I I think it's like Nozaki like Daily. I don't know. I can't remember the English title, but Gekko Shoujo Nozaki-kun from what I remember. This was I'm trying to like the best thing. Is it Tada Never Falls in Love? This is so like that. I like this anime, and I really, really enjoyed it when I watched it for the first time, and obviously when I've watched clips, I think it's absolutely hilarious. Like, I don't know what to. I think it's more like the main guy just does not know what's going on around him. Like, he just does not know what's going on, and like the main girl in it absolutely like adores and loves him, and he just has no clue what is going on. I think this is an amazing romance, and I think it should be higher up, but I just do feel like it's very overshadowed, and I feel like not a lot of people actually know about it. This is one of those slice of life, like school like type animes, and I feel like it was sat on a lot. And as well, if I'm being completely honest, just from my personal opinion, even though I could go and watch it now, I just feel like it's not aged very well. Like, I just feel like, you know, some of the comedy in it would make you laugh, but I just feel like this is an old anime. I don't know when it came out. Was it like 2014 maybe? So that was many, many years ago now. So I just don't think this is aged very well. I think the animation style has aged perfectly, and you know, the sound wasn't like a great 10 out of 10, but I absolutely love this anime, and it is one I could go back and watch because I've obviously watched it for the first time. But I think if you are watching it for the first time, you probably, I don't think many people would like it, but yeah, I do think if obviously you like your kind of comedy romance, and you like things like Real Life, and you like Aura Monogatari, I think this is perfect for you. I'm going to put it in, I think I'm going to put it in a B, only because it's just nostalgia for me. A lot of these are nostalgia, but I'm going to put it at the bottom of B. Like, I do prefer Rising, Horimiya, and obviously Rascal, but I do think it deserves love. And like I said, I will link this down in the description box below, so obviously if you want to like look at it, and like, I just want to make recommendations. I think it's a great anime, so we will not rant any longer. Next one is Anohana. Straight away I'm going to put it in S. I'm going to put it between Angel Beats and Love is War. Amazing masterpiece of an anime. Again, romance, it hits the feels, the drama. Like, it was only 12 episodes, if I believe, and I feel like everyone in the anime community loves Anohana as well. I feel like no person hates on it. And I've even watched the movie as well. Like, I think the movie was just a repeat of what was going on anyway, but I just actually felt so much love for this anime and the characters in it that I ended up just like watching the movie as well. And this anime as well, I absolutely loved all the characters. So right, next one is Violet Evergarden. I've not watched the movie yet, don't come for me, but I think the first season, absolute masterpiece. Couldn't expect anything less though from obviously Kaitoko Animation. Obviously if I'm pronouncing that wrong, I'm so sorry, forgive me. But Violet Evergarden, beautiful masterpiece, stunning anime, and not to be like that overrated like fuck, but I am probably going to put it in an A. There's been some bangers here today, but I'm going to put it, I think I'm going to put it between, not gonna lie, I think I'm gonna put it here, so just before Your Lie in April, well, just before Love is War, and then obviously yeah, I think this was great. The like I said, if we're rating this on romance, I think it's not the highest romance. Like, if we're basing it, you know, like Toradora would win because the romance is there, but if also we're basing it on a drama as well, it is very, very up there, and it's just different, and I just liked it, and it was very cutesy, and it left a good warm feeling in my heart. So like I said, we're going to keep it there. And yeah, like I said, good things. We've had a lot of good animes, which is annoying because we're going to have to end this video on a bad one because we have got a whisker away. This is going to be our second D. I don't want to spoil it too much. I just really did not like Whisker Away. I do have a review on my mail, so like I said, I will obviously link my mail down in the description box below. Well, I've got ratings and obviously blah blah blah, but Whisker Away was just, I just did not like it. Like, I think the element and like the idea and the premise of the story was there. Like, I definitely think it was there, but the characters lack, like, the romance between the two characters. Like, what romance? Like, it was pretty much inexistent. Like, I don't know what was going on. She literally pretty much turned into a cat so she could get affection off this like protagonist, like off her crush. Like, I just absolutely, I think I've watched this twice as well. I don't know why, either once or twice, but it was just not a good watch for me. Like, it's not terrible. Like, it's not a terrible movie. Like, I've seen some anime in my time, okay, but Whisker, it was fine. Like, there was nothing, like, I think the animation, don't get me wrong, is beautiful, like, you know, and I think the storytelling was there. I just think it would just drop, like, it just flopped. Like, there was just nothing. I don't know, maybe it's because also, like, I'm not a cat person, but I just wasn't really feeling it. Like, you know, at the start I was like, okay, it's a bit slow, but like, let it get into it. And I just did not enjoy this movie. Like, I don't know what to say. Like, I feel a bit bad, but I don't know, I feel a bit bad because it was beautiful, but, you know, I just think they had an idea there, and I just think it totally flopped off. And I think it's fine. I don't think it's anything more, and I don't think it's anything less. I just think it's a fine movie. I think it's decent. I think there's nothing special to it, so yeah, don't come for me. But again, I'm not a cat person, so maybe that's why. But yeah, this is the list. This is our list. Obviously, you know, it's hard when you're rating obviously romance to and obviously an actual anime. Again, if we was rating this on romance only, which I probably should have done, but I did put silent voice up there. Yeah, like I said, that's our list. I do think obviously, like, when you're rating it obviously as an anime as a whole, like, I probably would have put Sword Art Online further up, but obviously it's not really like it's a romance, but it's not a crazy romance. Again, same with Kagaguri, like, it's not I mean, it is a D for me because I didn't really enjoy it, but yeah, but like I said, I did slap Silent Voice up there, and that's got more of a friendship, like, drama, like mental health, like, you know, stick to it than more of a romance. Like, there obviously are romance elements, but yeah, I'm happy with this list. I'm happy, and, you know, I do like obviously the C tier. Like, I really enjoyed My Little Monster, but at that time I just don't think that's aged as well, very well, to be honest. Sword Art Online is very controversial, and again, if you want videos on these explaining, then I will do. But I think the S tier, and especially the A tier as well, I think I'm happy with where I've put everything. Spy X Family defo deserves more, but I also don't want to rate it too high because I've not actually finished the anime yet, and it could end on a bad one. But yeah, I'm really happy with this. Like I said, I hope you guys obviously are happy with my little selection. Don't come from me. Obviously, everyone's opinion is different. Because I know some people would probably put Whisker Away very, very high, because I know it did get some good ratings. It just wasn't for me. But like I said, guys, I will link this obviously tier list down in the description box below. So obviously you can go ahead and click on it and do it yourself. And obviously when you are done as well, screenshot them to me. Let me know in the comments your opinions if you agree or disagree. Because I know you guys have been enjoying these, and as well, like, I know it sounds a bit funny, but I do actually like it when you guys like chat to me about your opinions in the comments. Like my shonen tier list, I had someone agree saying that it was a fair tier list, but they didn't agree with certain ones. I think it was Fairy Tail and something else. Shout out to that person, by the way. But like I said, I do appreciate it. Like, obviously no arguing like opinions, but I do love a good like gossip about, like, you know, whether an anime is bad, what's good about it, blah blah blah. So like I said, let me know your opinions down in the comments box below. This will be on a link so you can do obviously your own as well, and if you want any more tier lists as well, let me know as well. And if you want to see more content like this one, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to give it a like rate. And yeah, guys, I hope you all enjoyed this romance animated tier list. Send in love, and I'll see you guys in another video. Take care and bye bye. Mwah.